Hey, it's your girl Fantastic, and I'm back with another video. You saw the title, you already know what it is. Has Jaguar Wright become unhinged? Has Jaguar Wright become unhinged? And look, before I get into this with the backstory, I am absolutely exhausted. Jaguar Wright has exhausted me. Now, here's the backstory. I guess maybe some months ago, the summer, it's been within the last 12 months. You started hearing all this rage, all these allegations of some of your favorite entertainers, Mary J. Blige, Jill Scott, Erica Badu, Eve, Alicia Keys, people from the Roots, Common, all these different people. And they were saying all these allegations, and everybody was like, "Oh, she's the truth. She's the truth. She's a truth seeker. She is she's exposing. She's exposing Hollywood. Good for her, great for her." So one of her first official public interviews was with Storm Monroe. I believe they did 3 interviews. If you don't know who Storm Monroe is, he is a protege of Tasha K, Unwind with Tasha K. She mentors him, and he was a up and coming content creator. He did pretty well for his channel, and once he scored these interviews with Jag, he got like 1 million views on the interview videos. His channel went, I think, from like maybe 30 or 40,000. His channel went to 100K. So, with her exposing all these people on his platform, it just, his channel went on self-pilot. Back to the story. Tasha K contacted him. She either said, "What's Jag's phone number?" or "Give Jag my number." Long story short, Tasha K interviewed her. And she didn't really want to know about the celebrities or anything. She wanted to know about Jag, the lady behind that's making all these allegations. And Jag, she talked about how she was an advocate, she was going to advocate, and so forth. And she talked about her various traumas, the way she saw them in her childhood. And some people said Tasha K was a little narcissistic, and it triggered a lot of people. And I think maybe 30,000 people unsubscribed to Tasha K instantly. So Tasha, she went on this mission to prove that Jaguar Wright is a liar. She's telling a lie. So she came back, which I knew some of the stuff, like when she was talking about Chris Brown. They waited. She was at a Grammys party, and they showed up and picked him up at the Grammys party when him and Rihanna back in the day had their little thing. But I remember, because I watched the awards, and I'm like, I told my daughter, she was a teenager at the time, and she had to work, and I had to work too, and I watched from work, and I was like, Usher was not there. That was because his wife had an emergency. She had surgery and like almost died, and he had to leave, and no one was there at the Grammys. And I remember how he got arrested. Well, she said they waited till he showed up at the Grammys. So Tasha K, she did this interview, not really an interview, like a little rant, and she discredited her, and she dropped the mic, and that was the end of it. So, at first Jaguar was saying, Tasha K, she's brilliant, this, that, and the other, and other content creators got in her ear. So it was like Tasha K against Jaguar. So then Jaguar, she went on Wiggins' platform, and she said some things. And she said some things about Tasha and Storm that were not true. So Storm wanted nothing else to do with her. He wiped his hands clean of her. He even changed his phone number. So it goes on to Jag called Tasha and was like, she got some information she's trying to get to Storm, but Storm has changed his number. And Tasha was like, I'm not giving you his number. I'm not giving you his number. I'm not giving you his number. Long story short, Jag said what the information was. She said she saw James Wright Chanel. If you know who James Wright Chanel is, he's the guy that made the Patti LaBelle pies famous. She said he was on a golf course allegedly having sex with kids, but she didn't say allegedly because she said she actually saw him. Little did she know, Tasha recorded the phone call, and if you a long time wino, then you know Tasha records all phone calls. She has released phone calls in the past of other content creators when they had beef, you know, because people, you know, they always tell her she's a liar, she's a liar, she's a liar. So she records her conversations to protect herself, her credibility. Well, Tasha put this video out, Jaguar, Tasha K face off, and Jag had to backtrack her words and apologize. But now she's run. She's never said she's seen James Wright Chanel on the golf course, but it's right there on the video for you to hear. Well, Tasha flew to New Jersey and I think to California, and she has interviewed Jaguar's family. She talked about the ex-husband. She talked about the son being autistic, whatever. The interview was very, very enlightening. Now, I must say it was long, and I fell asleep on the first two parts and had to double back and watch it again the next day. But it gave a lot of insight to Jag, and her family was saying, you know, she had mental illness. This has been going on, so forth. So Jag, she's in a rage now. She interviewed my family. How dare you, Sam Odom, which is her ex-husband, to say this and say that. And she interviewed the son, and the son said he is not autistic. He was very articulate and well-spoken. Some people are trying to analyze him. Me, myself, I have a lot of experience in the mental health field. I worked with people for about the last 15 years with people with intellectual disabilities. So I know the sign, especially in adolescents, young adults, and so forth. And he doesn't seem to be autistic, but we hadn't seen him in a situation. What he does seem like is that he's maybe socially awkward, or as we used to say in the old school, a nerd. He's going to school, he's in college, he has his own apartment, he's going to school, he wants to be a professional gamer, I guess, write games or whatever. You know, Dad has done a wonderful job of rearing him. Well, Jaguar, she's in a manic rage that she's interviewed her family, and she's on a mission. She started a YouTube page. So she has called CPS on Tasha K, saying she was unfit. And she played the recording on her channel while she was doing it, and she was laughing hysterical. Her laughing put me in the mind of the Joker. And I'm talking about the Joker when the original Jack Nicholson, how he had that crooked, wicked smile. This is what it reminds me of. And she's called, said on New Year's Eve, Tasha K was drinking, and her daughter said she was hungry. And she gave her daughter some ramen noodles to cook. First of all, that young lady is a teenager. My 22-year-old son, he was 6 years old, standing up to the stove cooking full meal. So, and she was like, she gave her food that wasn't fit for a dog, so forth, so forth. So she's called, and CPS was like, it's anonymous. She was like, I don't want to be anonymous. Jaguar Wright-Johnson. I want people to know just who I am. So for that reason, you know, first of all, she said the child was under 10. The child is well over 10. I mean, come on now. Come on. And said she didn't feed her children. She was drinking. Now, you didn't even raise your kids. But you calling, you know, you don't even know what unfit looks like, because you didn't even raise your child. Your son raised your child, first of all. And then second of all, we have seen the CPS call on YouTube time and time and time again. If you're going to do something to get back, be original. So we're exhausted by that because we've seen it. And it's always no merit. Then you done gave your name, so the people know exactly. But I know they got to be saying, somebody that get a name cannot be that stupid. She's giving her name. So YouTube is on fire. Everyone is giving their opinions. She's popping up on platforms, cussing people out, talking about, y'all wait till I'm not online to make your videos. I didn't know that they needed her permission to make a video when she's cussing people out. And she went on a channel on last night or 2 nights ago. And I'm not familiar with the content creator. I think they said his name is AT2 or A2T, something of that nature. But Dazzling Deidre had popped up on the stream. And Dazzling Deidre, she's a beautiful plus size content creator. She does mostly try on hauls, things of that nature. And soon as she popped on the platform, she didn't get a chance to say anything. The content creator was like, Jaguar wants to come on. And she was like, by all means, let her talk. You know, I'll come back later. Jag got on. She done called the woman all kind of Christmas ham eating fat. Nah, the very reason you say you've been doing all these protests is because you are a victim's advocate. And for you to come on and fat shame somebody and you not skinny yourself. Then I found out Storm, he did a live yesterday saying he was in the process of moving. He was apologizing for not being present on his channel. Well, back up. When Tasha played the video with the allegations she made about James Wright Chanel, she got in the ambulance and she was saying, you better hope I ain't pregnant. You better hope this a tumor I'm losing. And she started threatening Storm. Said, Storm, you know all this information about the Kardashians. You're very close. You're not supposed to be that close. You're not supposed to know that much. I had people protecting you. I had people watching you. And now I've taken back my protection. Something's going to happen to you. You know, she just saying all stuff, and your neighbors, they looking in your windows. I know where you live, this, that, and the other. So, Storm has not uttered this woman's name. Meanwhile, he done packed his bags and he done moved, because she's like a manic person. You don't know where her mind is. She's in a rage. I've seen this. She's in crisis. I've seen this and I've seen this working with people with intellectual disabilities. I've seen this and I've seen this time and time again. They just don't know, can't think, just in a rage. Everything is explosive. So now she says she investigating Tasha case. She's going to Panama. She's a criminal network, of course she's called CPS. And it's like everything is unfolding right before our eyes. She has a channel. But she's only posting 5-minute clips and so forth on her channel. But yeah, she's teamed up with other content creators, and she's going on that channel doing 3 and 4 hour live. You so stupid that you don't even see they using you. If you had any sense, you would go on your platform. You collect the super chat. You collect the cash app. You get the money. You get the views and so forth. But you spending all your time on other folks' platform, and it's like we're watching things unfold to see what she's gonna do next. It's like she just came from nowhere. I don't know if she was trying to revive her music career. But Jaguar Wright, I don't know if I even said who she was in the beginning. She comes from that Philly neo soul era. She's from Philly, but we learned in the video she's actually from New Jersey. Philly by way of New Jersey. And she sang with the Roots. If you're a Jay-Z fan, that song Sun Cry, when everybody was like, man, who is that chick with those beautiful vocals? Those beautiful vocals belong to Jaguar Wright. For whatever reason, her career didn't take off. But every single person that she has been targeting, they got these big careers. She said comedy or something to her. Then she had to come back and say, well, I'm sorry to Tiffany Haddish, whatever. Then she said Summer Walker has been touched. And that's why she's socially awkward and she doesn't like being in, social settings. And Summer Walker was like, no, I have not. No, I have not. She talked as if she knew Summer Walker personally. And I feel like you want to revive your singing career with your voice. I cannot take that. You have a beautiful singing voice. You should have maybe, created your platform and start uploading positivity. Uploading your music. But now at first everybody was on your side. But dude, you doing this, saying that, we see you. Your credibility is gone. And I just want, if you followed this story, I just want you to hop down in the comment and let me know if Jaguar can come back from this. Do you think she can revive her career? Or do you think she's going to lose it? Me personally, watching, she's either going to self-harm herself or harm somebody. She is in a crisis. And this is what a crisis looks like. So, until next time, or until Jag threatens somebody else, I'll bid you all goodbye. Bye, because this chick is tired.